February 17th, 2021. Expanding Big Cat VR into schools. In the summer 2020 issue of the Big Cat Times, we announced the launch of the world's first virtual reality game with a realistic tiger created by Xennial Digital. Big Cat Rescue VR is available to virtual world video gamers in the Oculus Store, on Steam, and a host of other gaming platforms. Quote, At Xennial Digital, our focus is on creating premium VR, AR learning experiences. So from the first moment Carole discussed her vision for the Big Cat Rescue VR game with us, we knew the end product was going to be a pretty special piece. We're thrilled that this VR experience is now going to be available to a new generation of young people at school, unquote, says Douglas Fajardo, CEO of Xennial. Why can't I say this? Maybe because it starts with an X. CEO of Xennial Digital. Love you, Douglas. By August, we signed a deal with Springboard VR, which is now part of Vertigo Games, to provide this game in all of their video arcade locations. We get a percentage every time the game is played in these locations, but our primary reason for investing in the gamification of education about big cats is to provide the proof that there are better ways to promote conservation in the wild. We live in a day and time where it is no longer necessary to keep wild cats in cages in order to teach our children about them. Ask any kid if they would rather go to the zoo or go to the video arcade, and they will tell you they don't want to see animals in cages. We were just over the moon excited about these leaps forward for big cats, but in the aftermath of Tiger King murder, mayhem, and madness, all the press wanted to talk about was the freak show. We tried to turn every interview away from the dumpster fire and back to the real issues of tigers on the brink of extinction and the desperate need for our federal bill, the BigCatAct.com, to pass to prevent the loss of the world's most magnificent creatures. Every time we tried to get the media to report on the virtual reality advances we had just made, it either didn't make the final cut or they called it a mobile phone game. It's not. You can't play this on your phone. You have to be embracing virtual reality and view it in a head-mounted display like the Oculus Rift S or the Quest. These kinds of experience are what will replace zoos because they are immersive, meaning that you are transported into the world of the animal and all outside distractions fall away. We need to embrace technology that can bring us together in education, work, and recreation because this is the inheritance we have received from our disrespect of Mother Nature. There are 1.67 million unknown viruses on this planet. Using the best estimates, anywhere between 631,000 and 827,000 of those have the ability to infect people. Scientists currently know that only 263 viruses that can infect people, which means we know almost nothing about 99.96% of potential pandemic threats. We are all just sick of even hearing about COVID-19, but epidemiologists say, as bad as this pandemic is, it's not disease X, or even the big one that will disrupt humanity like none before. As a species, we have made some bad choices that got us to where we are now, but it's not too late. We can heal our relationship with Mother Earth by respecting wildlife. That starts where we are with things we all can do. We can treat animals with respect. We can demand and create clean energy sources. We can adopt the rapidly improving world of augmented and virtual reality to replace outdated methods. In January of 2020, Big Cat Rescue was doing just that as we found Xennial Digital and hired them to create a game about protecting tigers. We spent $40,000 on the development of the tiger game with the anticipation of it making a huge splash, that we would be able to create a similar one for jaguar protection. These games are multilingual and appropriate for children of middle school age to adults. Little did we know that before the game would become available for mass consumption, our world would be turned upside down. We had hoped the royalties from the tiger game would be sufficient to create the jaguar game, but that seems unlikely given the impact the virus has had on our finances and arcades. We don't give up easily, though, so we just formed a new partnership with Steve Grubbs and his team at VictoryXR.com. XR is a term meaning AR, augmented reality, VR, virtual reality, and MR, mixed and merged reality. Victory XR is a world leader in virtual reality and augmented reality educational product development. They've created over 240 VR and AR experiences, spanning more than 50 different learning units. Their content has won acclaim from HTC at the Viveport Developer Awards, where it was named Best Educational VR Software, and has been given high praise by Gearbrain and Sci-Fi. With educational partners like Carolina Biological and Oxford University, they have been able to develop brand new educational encounters for VR and AR users across the globe. We donated the use of our Tiger game to them to distribute across their platform to schools everywhere. While this won't generate funding for us to create similar experiences for other wildcat species, it will create demand for these kinds of experiences. It is our hope that zoos and other educational institutions will see the popularity of the Tiger game for the game changer it is, and will invest in their own simulations. Carole Baskin says, quote, "We are particularly happy to have created this relationship with Victory XR because we have already proven to be thought leaders in this realm," unquote. According to Steve Grubbs, quote, "We are the industry leader for virtual reality animal dissections, solving a problem for many students in schools. This partnership with Carole and her team is a game changer to protect big cats around the world, and we are excited to distribute it," unquote. Big Cat Rescue doesn't want or need to be involved in the virtual reality industry. We just need to prove the concept so that others can see the benefits and make their mark on history by improving these animal-friendly alternatives. This was written for the Spring 2021 Big Cat Times, but it will also be sent out as a press release as soon as the Mosey article is ready. Media contacts, and I gave all the media contacts. And then said, "Jamie, this would be a good area to post an image of our cardboard VR viewers and the price in the gift shop to try and offload some of them. Text could read, use the Tiger VR goggles to see our 180-degree 3D videos. We post a new one every week to youtube.com/bigcatrescue, and you can use this viewer with your phone to see them in 3D. The reason I had a bunch I needed to get rid of is because I had ordered like 1,000 of those viewers to take to CatCon. They got canceled due to COVID in 2020, and there was no way our little gift shop was going to be able to distribute 1,000 of those things. It has since distributed all of them, though. If you're enjoying my diary, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find other ways to connect to me over at bigcatrescue.org/Carole.Baskin.